Hi everyone, greetings from Sri Vidyaniketan Public School, Sri Ram Nagar. Welcome to the economics online class. So in the previous class we have learned money and credit, in which we have learned meaning of money and types of money, functions and demand deposits. Today let us learn money in this chapter, that is loan activities of bank. A bank is a financial institution which accepts deposits and gives loans. Already we have seen the meaning of bank. In bank, what actually work is being done. In bank we see that people come and deposit their money, and bank will use this money as to lend money as loans to the needy people. Banks keep only a small proportion of their deposits in cash with themselves, and the rest of the amount they are going to lend it as money or loan to the other needy people. For example, in India, nowadays the banks usually hold 15% of their deposits. In a bank, large number of people may deposit their extra amount, whatever they have, and these people every day they do not need the money. As a result, for a safety purpose, they keep their extra amount in the bank. Now, what do banks will do with this money? As I told you, 15% of these deposits they do keep in their account. For example, for some of their customers who have deposited their money may come and withdraw the money. They may not withdraw the whole amount what they have kept. A part of that they may come for satisfying their needs. As a result, this is kept as a provision, as I told you, to pay the depositors who might come to withdraw their money from the bank. And as I told you, rest of the amount the bank will give it as a loan or credit, what we call. The major portion of the deposits are extended as loans by the bank. There is a huge demand for loans for various economic activities. We know that almost all the economic activities need money. For any kind of economic activity we want to perform, we need money. Who will give us money? Do our relatives give money? No. They may give, but their attitude will be different after giving the money. Hence, bank will provide all these facilities to get loan facilities. Banks make use of the deposits to meet the loan requirements of the people. In this way, banks mediate between those who have the surplus funds and those who are in need of these funds. For example, most of the people who have their surplus amount, surplus in the sense extra amount, if I have 150,000 cash with me, I won't keep it at home, so I may keep it in bank for safety purpose. In the same way, many people keep their extra amount in the bank. Bank will use this surplus amount to give it to the needy people as loans. So here both are getting benefit. The person who is depositing is getting benefit by getting safety of his money. At the same time, the person who is in need of money will also get benefit by taking loan facilities. Banks charge a higher rate of interest on loans than what they offer on deposits. For example, an next person has deposited 50,000 rupees in a bank. The bank may provide hardly 1% or 2% of interest on these deposits after per annum. Whereas while giving loan, they may charge a different rate of interest. There are various kinds of loans also. In loans also there are various types. Housing loan is there, then for commercial purpose, as I told you, for running some business, People may take loan, personal loans are there, various types of loans are there. Based on the loans, what you call interest rate also differs. The difference between what is charged from borrowers in the sense people who are taking loan, borrower, and what is paid to the depositor, means the people who have kept their money as deposit in the bank is the main source of income to the bank. On this multiple choice question may be asked, what is the main source of bank income of a bank? That is the difference between the borrowers, the difference between what is charged, that is interest charged from the borrowers, and what is paid to the depositors. This is the main income of the bank. Now let us see, the banks will provide what you call loan facilities. We have already come to know. Then what kind of loans are being provided? There are two different credit situations. One is the positive situation, another one is the negative situation. We may take loan from a bank. It may work out in a positive way to a person, and it may not work, it may work in a negative way to the some other person. How it works in a positive and a negative way, let us learn through an example. Now let us take credit. Loan is nothing but credit. Credit refers to an agreement in which the lender supplies the borrowers with money, goods or services in return for the promise of future payment. As I told you, a person may take credit or loan on the promise that in future he is going to repay the amount. Is it clear? Now we see example how credit plays a positive role. Here a festive season, in your textbook this example is given of Salim. Salim is a shoe manufacturer. Every day he was preparing one pair or two pair or maybe 5 pairs of shoes. During the festive season, what happened? He got an order of how many pairs of shoes. That is, a trader gave him an order of 3,000 pairs of shoes to be delivered in a month time. During 1 month, he was supposed to manufacture 3,000 shoes. Where Salim was every day manufacturing how many shoes? Maybe 1 pair, 2 pair or 5 to 10 pairs of shoes. Now to work out this in a month, what did he do? Let us see. Now to complete the production on time, Salim has to hire workers for stitching and pasting work. To manufacture these 3,000 pairs of shoes, what did he do? He alone cannot do this work. He hired people, where people were engaged in stitching work, cutting work, pasting work, all these works. To do all these work, he need men. So what did he do? He hired people. He has to purchase raw material to meet these expenses. He was not having that much raw material. What did he do? He went to the leather merchant and he borrowed raw material from them, and raw material. He did not pay to the full amount to the merchant for buying raw material. Some amount he paid, and he promised that he will pay it later, because 1 month duration is given to him to manufacture the shoes. So first he asked the leather supplier to supply leather now and promises to pay it later. Second, he obtains credit to meet the working capital needs of production. As I told you, to buy the raw material and for payment of the labor, everyday wages, what did he need? He needed money. So he took loan and he started his work. The credit helped him to meet the ongoing expenses of production to complete the production on time and increases earnings. Thus, credit played a very vital role in what you call earning profits to Salim. As I told you, Salim, 3000 pairs of shoes were produced during a period of 1 month. He hired people to give them what you call salary at the same time for working capital we call, that is for purchase of raw material, for payment sake, for other needed things to buy. He borrowed loan. He brought loan and used it as a working capital. At the same time, after the what you call raw material, he paid the raw material, the amount also has been paid to the merchant who has supplied raw material. At the same time, he was able to prepare or manufacture 3000 pairs of shoes and had earned maximum profits. This is how we see we may take loan and what you call improve our business or improve our economic activities and earn more and more profits. On the other hand, now let us see another one example, that is how credit plays a negative role. Swapna, a small farmer, grows groundnut on her 3 acres of land. She takes loan from the money lender. In rural areas, we know money lenders play a very important role. They are the one who work like a bank. So, she borrowed money on a high rate of interest for meeting her needs. That is for cultivation sake, purchase of seeds, fertilizers, and for the payment of laborers. She cultivated the land. She takes a loan hoping that she may repay it after the harvest. But what happened? Midway, the crop is hit by pests and the crop fails. Though she sprays pesticides, it was of no use. She has cultivated, the crop was okay, but it was hit by pests, and what happened? Completely, though she tried her level best for spent money for spraying pesticides, everything as such, but she was unable to get the harvest. As a result, what happened? The money lender who has given her loan, which keeps on growing day by day. Swapna, in the next crop she wants to cultivate in the next season, again she borrows a loan from the money lender. Again, this time she will get a normal yield or normal crop she will get, but the previous one, what she has not paid the loan, and the present loan has added to it, and the money has been increased. That is, the loan money has been increased. As a result, she is not in a position to repay the complete loan. She was having 3 acres of land where the money lenders charge a very high rate of interest, and a part of her land was mortgaged or to the money lender. As a result, here we see she is being pushed to debt trap. Then a question may arise, or for 1 mark question also, question may be asked in the exam, what is debt trap? Means previously a Swapna like farmer who has borrowed the loan, the first loan only is not cleared, whereas the second loan she borrowed and it keeps on increasing the amount. This kind of situation arises and where they will fall in debt trap. In rural areas, why do people need money? On this also a question may be asked. Generally in the rural areas, people demand money for cultivation sake, for the purchase of fertilizers, then for irrigating land, or for purchasing agricultural equipments as such. So this is how we see that people take loan. This is how they go to loan. Farmers, they take loan. Sometimes it may work out in a positive way, and sometimes it may work, it may not work, and push them to what you call a debt trap. Here farmers usually take crop loans at the beginning of the season and will repay at the end of the, after the harvest gets over. The repayment is crucially dependent on the income of the farming. If they get more income, they will be able to repay the amount. Whereas if they do not get any income as such from the harvest, then what will happen? They are being pushed into debt. In one situation, credit helps to a person, what you call, to earn money, gain profit, whereas on the other hand, the credit pushes him into a debt trap. You can see in this picture, a farmer is sitting here and he has cultivated. There is no rain as such. As a result, what famine condition prevailed. As a result, everything whatever he has cultivated has been completely destroyed. So in this situation, we see that credit pushes a person into a debt trap. Notes have been given to you. Please complete the notes in the CW and keep it ready. Thank you.